As the prophet of esports, I rely on trustworthy and meaningful data every day. Data from our research partner YouGov offers the most complete view of esports fans and gamers in the world, providing context to who they are, what they think, the brands they buy, and things they do. YouGov's connected insights and research services inform strategy at every level. If you're a team, a brand, agency, or rights holder, you should be talking with YouGov. Their partners measure and maximize ROI and are telling compelling stories with data. Visit yougov.com/gaming-esports to learn more.
All right, first story. Valorant might be coming to consoles. I'm not going to say any more than that. Jimmy?
Fantastic. I have been wanting to play Valorant with my squad, but some of us do not game on PC for whatever ungodly reason. So hopefully this will get our group back into it, because I had a lot of fun when I played Valorant. I'm all for this.
Lindsay?
I think that providing better access to games is usually the right move. I don't know that this will be like a super huge smash success, but I also never think that adding more users or allowing the ability for more users to come on is a bad idea.
Jeff?
This combined with
Disagree with
aim
both of
assist,
them.
I mean, this combined with aim assist is going to be amazing for Paul's mental health. So I'm excited for that.
Can't wait for Valorant Mobile next.
This is just this is the worst piece of news this whole week. This is my view, and I'm just, it's like Riot backtracking. They said we're PC first. We care about competitive
PC game out
integrity.
first. I'm the front book.
Here's what's
That is
happening.
the definition of PC first.
Player base is going down. They need a lifeline. I have a funny feeling they think console is it. Beast mode, not sure about this. Freddy thinks it's great. Arsanity says Valorant on console. Nope, for me, CS:GO isn't on console for a reason. Arsanity, you're my favorite. Freddy says amen, and Beast mode says yeah. Val on Xbox, is that the move? I hope not, Beast mode. I really hope not, for your sake, Jimmy's sake, and the sake of gaming everywhere. All right, guys, let's next story here. Thoughts on this one? Quick thoughts. Activision Blizzard's Brandon Snow leaving his company's esports head. He's going to leave the company at the end of the month to pursue a new opportunity. He had oversight of Overwatch League and Call of Duty League after Joanna Ferries, who used to be doing that, started focusing exclusively on development of the next Call of Duty game. What do you make of him jumping ship, even though the Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal technically hasn't closed?
Well, Brandon Snow is a Rockstar executive. I mean, I'm curious to see where he lands, because people don't generally leave great jobs without something really exciting that they're going to do. So I'm curious to see the follow-up where he ends up. I'm sure it'll be someplace great. But this is the risk for Activision Blizzard right now during this, and the risk for Microsoft during this period before the deal closes. You're going to see a ton of talent leave the building for better opportunities. So this is probably the first of many stories like this.
Lindsay, is it telegraphing that no more Activision Blizzard esports?
I had a different take that Overwatch League and Call of Duty League haven't been doing great. So I'm not surprised that he is taking the opportunity to go elsewhere.
Just good timing.
Yeah. Why not jump ship now? And to be honest, I mean, we don't know what happened. It could be a very amicable split for sure, but it might be that Activision Blizzard and Microsoft are also kind of looking to bring in something new and different to try to oversee these leagues. It's not a knock on him as an executive at all, to just need something different maybe to help those leagues. They're clearly struggling.
Jimmy?
I don't know what could be better than trying to take the reins of this project with Microsoft's leadership and ownership. So, I mean, not really wowed by what Overwatch League has been able to do or hold on to over the past couple of years. Also, not really wowed by COD League either, honestly. Been to a handful of live events and keep playing the game, but I'm just not impressed. And I'm not blaming this on him. I'm just saying you have a real opportunity now with new leadership and like a fresh start. And it's kind of like a challenge that he's choosing not to take. Not knocking him for that. I would like to end on a high note personally, and I don't think that these projects, if these are things that he's worked on and grown over however long, are ones that I personally would feel like I left in a good state. I would rather have, I don't know, left it better than I found it.
Yeah, I definitely think he might be telegraphing something here. Maybe it's Microsoft wanting to put their own stamp on these things at some point, big changes, shutdown. Like, I think there's big changes coming one way or the other. And I think this is sort of the canary in the coal mine, but maybe not that dire, right? I don't know if it means the leagues are going away, but I think they may be substantially different. Arsenity says TFT on console, though, great idea. Freddie says replacing Jimmy on the podcast. I mean, Freddie, no one can replace Jimmy on the podcast.
Hey.
I mean, that would be a step up from running, Overwatch and Call of Duty League, but
it's true. It's true.
There's only 4 spots on this panel, and I don't know if Brandon can cut it.
It takes time. It does take time. It's not that it looks easy. It looks easy, but it's not. Michael says Valorant to consoles, and no, I thought Valorant was coming to mobile next. They have been recruiting for that development. Michael, I knew you remembered. They did say this was not going to happen. Like, I remember distinctly them saying this wasn't happening next. And if they're backtracking, something has changed. Arsanity says, I agree with Lindsay. Everyone always agrees with Lindsay. I think it's unfair. Can we disagree with Lindsay? Beast Mode says, who would want to replace Jimmy? He's so cute. Jimmy's mom? Is that you? All right.
Yes, her username is Beast Mode.
This story was puzzling to me, but I'm bringing it up for a reason. It may be fun to comment on. The headline here: Noble Esports deletes Twitter account after employees claim they are owed wages. Contractors, employees, and even T-Pain have been named as alleged unpaid members of the org. What I thought was interesting was that it said here, hold on, I got to find the exact quote. He says, with all due respect, this is the Noble's partnership manager who quit and shut down, I guess, the Twitter account or whatever. He says, with all due respect, you were warned, advised, and simply were uncomfortable to work with, Goodman said, of the CEO, of the Noble's owner. He says Goodman also claimed McDougal, who is the owner, got Noble's money wrapped up in NFTs and has failed to pay employees.
Oh, God.
Are we seeing?
I mean, I feel a little uncomfortable joking about this. Obviously, people aren't getting paid and getting fired, but it does feel as if someone took like one of those machine word processors and just spit out like the perfect esports org story right now. Like, you've got T-Pain, so like random has-been celebrity. You've got NFTs, you've got mismanagement, and unfortunately, you have people getting sort of hurt by that. And it's funny, I guess, for us to joke about some of the aspects, but clearly these are real people that are getting screwed and not getting paid. So that is unfortunate. Hopefully, all of them find great jobs in the industry. It's a growing industry, so I'm sure they will. But yeah.
Lindsay?
Yeah, this is just sad. And I disagree with T-Pain being a has-been. The man just won The Masked Singer, proving his talent once and for all. So
okay. I'm sorry I don't watch The Masked Singer, so I apologize. Is he using his auto-tune?
These things. That's what Twitter is for. Anyways, no, I think this is really sad. And I think it's so unfortunate that, of course, NFTs like get wrapped up in this. When there's such a current wave of hatred towards them. And as someone who is really intrigued by the idea, I just hate that this is one of the other things that's getting thrown out there. This is this comes down to one of the themes that we always talk about in the show, and that's that good management makes a company. And it's really unfortunate that people got hurt and that someone felt comfortable squirreling away all of their money like this and not paying the people that they're supposed to pay.
Jimmy?
Hard to add much more to Jeff's sentiment, to both sentiments, honestly, that it's really just kind of unfortunate. Honestly, when I look at the story and I try and detach myself from the people for it, just for the purposes of being somewhat objective, I guess, and no disrespect intended there, it's just kind of hard to believe, right? Like, you just look at this and you're just like, what a wild situation. How did T-Pain, for example, how did the star not get paid up front? How did they mismanage this with other people that should have checks approving these decisions and knowing where that money's going? Like it just, how did it get so out of control is what's wild to me. So, but also echoing, I think, the two previous comments.
Yeah, and I want to add that not trying to make light of it. It's always very unfortunate that people aren't getting paid, and it is sad, and it shouldn't happen. I think this is why I make sure that we try and call these things out, though, because we don't want it to keep happening. Right? As an industry, this is bad for everybody, not just for the people who got shafted out of dollars. It just it attacks the credibility of the industry as a whole, and it hurts everybody. And those people should be held responsible in some way. I think, to me, what stood out was just this wrapping this up in NFTs, and they had some, it seems like a scam token, and like a lot of it just felt like cash grab in the moment, and not actually running a real business. I just think it's incredibly unfortunate, and I also hope the people who didn't get paid land on their feet and are made whole in some way. Trent says maybe the Blizzard esports will be better off. I mean, Trent agreed. It could be good changes coming, not necessarily bad ones. Or Sanity says, I disagree with Lindsay. Finally,
we had a good thing going. Gonna take your check out of the mail, our Sanity.
Trent says unpaid esports contractors, a times old tale. Trent, unfortunately, a truth here. It's just so odd because most of these companies are actually relatively well funded. They've raised money, right? Like, if you're going to go out of business, it's not that hard to wrap up and make sure people are paid and shut things down in a responsible and like ethical manner. It's so weird to me that they leave with this trail of bad news and reputations destroyed and things like that. So